SD cards. We all need them as photographers and filmmakers, but the question is, which one is best? Well, in today's video, I'll be explaining why I think the Sony Tuft M-Series V60 cards are the best SD cards to buy if you own a Canon EOS R5. And I'm gonna start right now. So you've just brought yourself a Canon EOS R5 and you're not sure on what card format you should buy. Well, actually the R5 shoots on two. It shoots on a UHS 2 SD card slot as well as CF Express Type B. Now, as a photographer, it depends on how fast you want your data transfer rate to be. If you want it to be really fast and you've got the money, then I always recommend buying CF Express Type B cards. But if you want to save yourself a little bit of money and you're not shooting a lot, then I recommend SD cards, and preferably UHS 2, either V60 or V90. Anything slower than that, you might find to run into buffering issues, because don't forget, the R5 is a 45 megapixel full frame sensor. But as a filmmaker, it does get a little bit more complicated, because if you want to unlock the full potential of your R5, you're gonna have to buy a CF Express Type B card. Without one, you're not gonna be able to shoot 8K 30 frames, or you're not gonna be able to unlock the 4K 120 frame that this camera can achieve. But let's say you're not interested in 8K like myself, or you rarely shoot in 4K 120. Again, like myself, I'm a wedding photographer. I predominantly just shoot in 4K 50 or 4K 25. So what card is best in that situation? Well, actually, you'll be surprised. It's not the fastest card that you can buy, the V90s. It's actually the V60s that I recommend. And here's why. So when it comes to filmmaking, realistically, there's three different types of SD cards you can buy: V30s, V60s and V90s. If you want to film just 4K 25, then V30s are going to be fine. If you want to film at 4K 50 or 4K 60 frames, then I recommend buying a V60 card. But with the Canon R5, if you want to shoot in 4K 120, a V90 card just isn't fast enough. You're gonna have to buy that CF Express Type B card. So why buy a V90? And that's what I found. I've bought a few V90s over time, and to be honest with you, I rarely use them because I'm not able to unlock the full potential of that SD card, because you need it to be even faster to keep up with the 4K 20 of your R5. So actually, I found the V60 cards seem to be best both for photography and video. Again, you're able to unlock the 4K 50, but you're not able to unlock the 4K 120, and you're not going to be able to do that with a V90. Now, another reason to buy V60s over V90s is simply to do with price. A V60 card I've found for around £30 to £40, maybe a little bit more, depending on if you're able to get a deal. But if you buy a V90 card, they're looking at over £100. And it doesn't do anything more than simply transfer to your computer just that little bit quicker. Sure, you might be able to save 5-10 minutes there, but you're going to be able to save basically half the price of the card and buy double the amount for basically the same price. So if you've got yourself a Canon R5, either buy yourself a CF Express Type B card, but don't waste your money and buy a V90 card, just buy the V60. And that's why I recommend the Sony Tuft V60 cards. Firstly, they're the toughest ones on the market as they're made of full metal, but also don't waste your money and buy a V90, just buy the V60 instead.